Rolling on the river. Ready.
Hey guys, we're back again with another video.
I don't know how to introduce this
Okay.
video. I guess we need to start with a story.
Well, the premise of this video is to introduce you guys to one of our roommates, I would say. He's a very special dude and he makes his presence known every day.
He's that man in our lives, you know. He
Yeah.
touches all of our lives in here. He's the best roommate we could have ever unintentionally asked for.
We just want you guys to get to know him as well as we know him because he's an important dude. So I'll give you guys an intro story here and Jenna can kind of jump in and give a little perspective to it. I live in a house in the town that my university is in. I find this place on Facebook and they're like, hey, we need a roommate. Rent was super cheap, a lot cheaper than what I was paying at the apartment. I'm basically ready to move in right then. Basically, I was like, I really like this place. I like how much it costs. Everything seems fine. I just need to go see it. It was late at night. I brought my friend with me because I was scared that I was going to get murdered. And so I show up. The house is cute. I go in. It's kind of a mess. It's very empty. It's kind of dark. And I'm like, okay, well, we can work with this, you know? We go up to look at the room.
I'm looking at you. You're telling the story. I wasn't there, so I can't tell it.
Kind of a small room, but it has the only access to the balcony, which is a huge plus for me. I'm looking around and they're like, oh, by the way, like, there's no closet in the room. And I was like, well, where am I supposed to keep my clothes? And they're like, oh, well, in a closet downstairs, you can use that and it'll be fine. And I was like, okay, no closet, but a balcony. I think I can manage. So I was like, okay. Small details, whatever. They're throwing a lot at me, but I'm still down. I still like the house. I still like the room. So we decide that, yeah, I'm gonna move in. And within the process of like a week or two, basically, I gather all my things.
It was the most incredible thing I'd ever heard because I wasn't here, so I couldn't do anything about it. So she's just like, yeah, so like, you know, obviously she kept updated and we checked out a bunch of places whenever I was here that she could potentially live in. And then suddenly she's like, yeah, so I'm moving in like this weekend or like this Monday or whatever. And I was like, what?
Something you guys should know about me is that I'm very impulsive, and it's something that people love about me but also hate very much. Fast forward to, you know, I've moved in, I'm still getting my stuff together, but I'm in the house now. I'm no longer living in the apartment. One night I was downstairs in the kitchen and I look up and I'm like, there's nobody here, but the cabinet doors are open in the kitchen. It's a little weird to just leave cabinet doors open. For me, it's like weird. Like I always check to make sure they're closed when I leave the kitchen. So I make a remark to one of my roommates when they come home later and I'm like, oh yeah, I think somebody left the cabinet doors open. They must have just forgotten to close them or something, and they're like, oh, actually, we kind of forgot to tell you, but there's a ghost in the house. We named him Steve. He's pretty cool. He's not a malicious ghost. He's just like a nice ghost. And, you know, every once in a while he likes to mess with us, but he's not a bad ghost. I tell Jenna, she's like, I don't really remember what you had said. I don't think you were very...
just like, whatever. Because I was just like, I believe in ghosts and everything, but I don't like people who are like very quick to say, oh, this happened, so it was a ghost. I'm more like, alright, I take like a bunch of things into account and I'm like, could be a ghost.
And really, overall, we haven't had too many interactions with Steve, but enough that makes me believe that he's probably here. So we have we have two pieces of evidence that we think is really going to strengthen our case and make you guys believe that Uncle Steve is here, he's real, he is a part of this house, and he is important. First, chronologically speaking, I was here alone, as in not with Jenna. One of my roommates was home, and she's the one that lives downstairs. So it was about 10:30, maybe 11 p.m. I had Emmy outside. In the early days of her being with us, she was very energetic. She would get on my nerves, so I'd be like, you know what, go play on the balcony. And I was doing some work or watching TV or something, and I had the door open so she could come in and out of the room if she wanted to. So I hear her whining, you know, and I'm like, well, that's weird. You know, there's nobody else out there. So I go out and I'm like, what's going on? Like, what are you whining at? And there's nothing out there. There's no animals, there's no people, I can't hear anything. And she's just looking down through the railings, down at the area where you would walk to our front door. I was like, okay, well maybe it's just like a squirrel or an animal or something that she's just, you know, freaking out about. It's whatever, I'm not gonna pay attention to it. So I go back to whatever I'm doing, and then a couple minutes later she starts whining again. and she's looking back at that same spot, and it was kind of creeping me out. I still had to take Emmy out to pee one last time, you know, for the day before I put her in bed. I'm terrified. I don't know what is gonna happen, but I brave it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be super brave, super courageous, and a good mom, and I'm gonna take her out. So I put on my sweatpants and my sweatshirt. I started layering up, and I put on her like harness and leash or whatever, and we take her out. And I'm going downstairs and it's pitch black all over the house because all the lights are turned off because, you know, it's like 11. I don't want to turn the lights on and wake up my other roommate because maybe I'm just being stupid and there's no need for that. So I went down the stairs, I turned around, and then was going to the little entryway where it leads to our door. And I'm looking, trying to see if there's anything out there. It's important to note that we have a window in our door and nothing covers that window. There's no like little curtain or anything to cover that. So people can see right into the house and we can see right out of it. And the alarm was still off, our security alarm. So I was like, well, I still would have heard if somebody would have come in or if somebody was over there. So I take her out and it's that same little area where she was whining at. She's kind of being weird. I take her out to the grass and I'm like, pee right now so we can go. But I turn around and look at the house door and I see that there's blinds for the window and the door, but they're broken, so really we can't use them, but there's still a little stick that you use to turn the blinds to, you know, open or close them, and the stick is banging on the window as if somebody were to have just, you know, moved the door somehow. Go. As far as I knew, nobody else was in the house, and the only person that was in the house was asleep, and she slept through this whole thing because I texted her a million times and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, something's going on, Steve is fucking with me, I'm terrified. And she texted me like the next morning, was like, oh my god, what? So I see that, I'm terrified, I get Emmy, I'm like, we're going, goodbye. I get into the house, I close it, I'm like, I'm not gonna look around. If there's a serial killer in here, you know, I better find out when I'm upstairs in my room about to be murdered, because I'm not about to fight him right now. I turn on the house alarm, I run upstairs, and I get in bed and I lock my door. I lock the balcony door, I lock everything, I put Emmy in bed, and I'm like, God save me, whatever happens, happens. They've always said that dogs are very intuitive. Second incident, so we had gone to a party.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, okay. So we'd gone to a party, we came home kind of late, and we go into the kitchen and our roommates are there. We hear this like banging noise.
I was like, yeah, but...
Oh yeah, Jenna's always like, whatever, and I'm like, ah! And my roommate's bright idea is, oh, I have this app that lets you track the ghosts in your house. We should do that and see if Uncle Steve is here. So she pulls out this app on her phone and we're just like following it around. She has it like in her hand. She's like, you know, no, it's not here, it's over here. It's like beeping whenever it's around us. So it's like, even, it's sketching us out even more, I think. Yeah. I think it was just a terrible idea all around.
I mean, it's like 1 in the morning or something,
yeah.
So like, I don't do like ghost shit at night, like late at night.
Which is precisely why we're doing this video when it's light out. Because I told Jenna, I was like, this would be a great video, but I won't do it when it's dark because I would just scare myself. And we saw the ghost and we were like, there he is. This is it. This is the confirmation I guess we were all waiting for whatever reason, even though we know he's here. Me and my other roommate are like super freaked out. We're like, what are we gonna do? And she was like, it's okay, I'm gonna call my mom and she's gonna talk us through this.
Because her mom's like a medium.
So she calls her mom and she's like, Mom, we're terrified, we keep hearing these noises, we think it's the ghost, like tell us things that are gonna calm us down. So her mom starts talking and she's like, oh, like he's a nice ghost, like he really is a nice man, he sees you guys as like his daughters, he wants to take care of you. And then she tells us that he's this homeless man, you know, the house is built on top of where he's buried, and we should be a little bit more respectful of the fact that it's his house.
This is a very long-winded way of telling you what we're doing today. So we're gonna walk around the house and see
where
any activity from him, because he's been very low-key lately.
You're right.
Which is good, but Uncle Steve, where you at? I miss you. Are you still here? Are you doing good, buddy?
And you know, maybe we won't find anything. And also those apps are kind of bogus, you know. Yeah. Uncle Steve is here, for sure. Yeah. What I want to know is how these ghost trackers work. Is it like a body heat thing? But ghosts don't have body heat.
BS. Like, it's just like, woo.
Ghosts don't have body heat, right? Really, we're disclaiming.
Debunked.
Yeah, we're debunking our own idea, which is a terrible idea. But I'm gonna leave this in here because we are real. So really, this is just for shits and giggles, as Jenna said.
Exactly.
And to scare myself shitless. It's 7 p.m. It's gonna get dark soon, so we gotta start this now because once it gets dark, I am peacing out.
So we're the Scooby-Doo gang?
We're the Scooby-Doo gang. Look, we got Scooby right here. We're trying to track these ghosts. Like, I don't know. I mean, you're Daphne and I'm Fred and Velma.
You're both? Velma.
Velma.
with a B.
Really?
Velma.
I've always wondered if it was with a TH or with a B.
Thelma? You're
Yeah.
thinking of Thelma and Louise.
So we downloaded 2 apps. One is like a ghost radar thing, and the other one actually uses your camera. It's a ghost sensor.
So this is basically what the camera app looks like, and you just kind of look around. I think it's supposed to show something whenever the ghost shows up. What I think is pretty legit about this is that we've been using this, we've been testing out the app for the past like 5 minutes, and nothing has actually shown up.
Entity detected.
Oh, wow, okay. Fred? Do you see this?
Wait, what? That's it?
That's Entity, that's Fred.
Why is he Fred?
I don't know. You can ask him a question. Oh, he's gone.
Wait,
Bye, Fred.
why isn't he Steve?
This is the detector app. Basically, you just move it around. It's supposed to go in the red whenever there's actually a ghost. It's in the yellow whenever there's minimal activity. And these little bars up top start to light up the closer you get to the max level. This is the technology that we're using today, just so you're aware. The actual names of the apps are Ghost Detector and Ghost Sensor. They had 4 out of 5 stars and thousands of reviews, so I figured, you know, what the heck. We're starting off in our room, and then we're gonna make our way around the house.
Making my way around the house, walking fast. Ghosts
We have
is
another
past.
friend. Oh, Fred's back.
You scared me because you were right behind me. We can ask a question, but, you know, that's just beyond...
Ooh, can we ask something?
No.
Now it's getting a bit darker. Down
Okay.
in the depths.
There seems to be still Fred.
Can you ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, say, are you Uncle Steve?
Oh, now he's a demon. He used to be friendly, but now he's a demon.
That's what he said?
No, it tells you on the at the top what type of ghost it is.
Oh.
He said no.
So Steve's not a demon. Do you know Uncle Steve?
Seems pretty nice for a demon. Also, it doesn't seem like much space for a demon to hang out, you know?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't know Uncle Steve. Doesn't seem to be a ghost in the kitchen, which is where Steve likes to frequent, so that's interesting.
What made you choose this outfit?
You know, the other worldly, you know, aliens, that which I do not understand, but I wish to understand. And the shirt, you're so hot, you know, it's for Uncle Steve. You know, I want to get that sensor locked, loaded. I want to be like hot activity in the kitchen, the foyer, wherever our man just...
You're giving me heavy ghost hunter vibes. You know, they always have like hoodies and like hats on. Okay, well, we've switched our perspectives. Maybe Jenna will offer more to the other world. Maybe they will be more attracted to her and her You're So Hot shirt.
You know.
And her humility. Anything?
Ah! No, I'm just kidding.
I actually like jumped a little bit, but
Oh,
I didn't shake the camera,
sorry.
so. I don't know, this radar one just isn't really giving us a lot. I haven't gotten anywhere near the 4. So I wonder if
Yeah.
that means it's legit or if that means it's, you know, it could go either way. Maybe in the living room. Go back to the other one. The cicadas in the
There's a
background.
dot.
Turn around.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, it's Fred. What are you asking him? This is supposed to be a group effort.
How do you know this is Fred?
It says Fred.
That says
Oh.
frequency. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. I was like, Fred's kind of a weird name.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you hearing this?
I'm sorry. I thought it said Fred.
I was like, why is he named Fred? That's too
Yeah, I
fitting
don't
with our
know.
Scooby-Doo stuff. I'm gonna say, but did you die though? I'm excited.
I'm putting my money on murder.
Buried alive.
Holy crap.
I'm gonna say
Which is funny because remember we were told that Steve was buried underneath this house and it was built on top of him.
Right, that's actually really cool. Who were you in your past life?
Ooh, good question.
Barbara Walters who? Diane Sawyer who?
Nancy Grace, here you are.
You know what would be really cool is if Oprah did like a ghost hunting series.
I just want you guys to know that Jenna will always find a way to bring Oprah into anything, so.
She was mommy.
mommy. That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I'm asking Rosa if she has any friends here. So I want to know if she knows Steve or any other ghost entities here.
By the way, I'm standing right next to Rosa. Rosa's right here.
What up?
Hey, Rosa.
She said yes.
She has friends.
Who are they?
There's a cat asleep over here.
Maybe the cats are her friends that she's talking about.
I wonder if the cats would know.
They might.
Hi, cutie. Oh. Yeah, I feel like the cats would totally know. But they're still here, so
Yeah.
clearly it's not that much of a hindrance. It was worse than waiting for your Tinder match to text back.
She said not sure.
What do you mean? Maybe Steve's on vacation.
Who was that guy we spoke to then? I wonder what his name was.
I don't know. Maybe if we go outside.
I was wondering if this works outside.
Okay.
We are now outside of the house looking
As
for
you can see.
anything.
And this is where the incident happened with Emmy. So let me give you guys some perspective while Jenna's seeking out the ghost. This is where my old room used to be, and this right here is the door leading to my room. So Emmy would sit at, between these little railings and look down, and at that point she could still stick her head through it because she was still small. So she would stick her little head through the railings and she would look down here, and she was just staring down to like this spot right here that whole time. So, I was scared, and this is where I have to walk out to go get her to pee, so.
I'm asking who are you?
It tells you up here, baby.
He or she. Oh, ghost. That's all it says.
No.
Hilda.
Oh, we got a new girl? Where? Oh, she's right here.
Chilling next to the
Trash.
room, and she said yes.
What'd you ask? Do you know
Do you
Steve?
know Steve?
Say, who is Steve?
Yeah.
And she'll say, not sure. Our roommates
Okay.
still haven't come home, so.
Once again, mommy was the answer.
Who is Steve? Mommy?
I'm feeling
Discouraged?
discouraged. Steve isn't even a female name. Like,
Uncle
know-
Steve. Maybe he's not showing up because we're not addressing him properly.
ooh.
This lighting out here is doing wonders for you, honey. You're giving me ghost hunters, you're giving me investigator, you're giving me Sherlock Holmes, but for the other kind, I'm loving it. Who needs a Fab Five when you have it all, honey?
She said, see you soon.
Okay. See, this is why I don't mess with these things. Check the
Yeah.
radar. How's the radar doing?
3.
I'm calling BS on the radar for sure.
For sure.
Excuse me, we're filming. Have some respect.
So, in conclusion, there's not much to tell here. We weren't extremely successful in finding evidence for you guys, but also we didn't have the best equipment. All this filming has taken place over like an hour, maybe, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So this is happening like right now. And so I went to go get something in the kitchen and I kept hearing like creaking and I was like, oh, Jenna must be down here. But Jenna was upstairs and I was like, there's nobody else here. And then she came down and she was like, did somebody come in? And I was like, no. She was like, oh, well, I just heard the door chime. And I was like, what? The door was locked and there's nobody here that we know of. But now I'm hearing noises in the kitchen / laundry area. So,
I'm
once
doing
again,
laundry, so I think it's okay. Whatever. Let's just say it's all laundry related.
let's just say everything's fine when it's not. And I hope you guys enjoyed this fruitless investigation of ours.
Foolish, fruitless, whatever word you want to use. If it entertained you, that's what's up.
You're right. You're right. We're here for entertainment purposes. So tell us what you thought. Tell us how you feel about ghosts. Do you have
Yeah.
any ghosts in your house? I would love to know, and it would comfort me so I don't feel as spooked and alone and sharing a house with a ghost, whatever. And, like this video, subscribe.
I wish we could be like, we put out videos every blank day, but we don't do that. But you'll see us again.
We've been trying to get better about the videos. And,
Yeah.
this weekend we were like, oh, we should film something. And I was like, oh, let's do this. And we did it. We actually followed through. So I'm going to try my hardest to be a lot more diligent. And we'll try to get things going for y'all.
So we'll both be here, up in each other's faces. Nothing to do. Lots to shoot.
So we love you guys. Thank you for watching. And we hope you enjoyed it, despite everything. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.